Online session here. Hello, Brian and Linda. Hello, Jean. Hello, Donovan. Good to see you. We'll just start in a couple of minutes, guys, so don't worry. Yeah, we used to be downtown, our temple.
Okay.
And we moved up here in 2017. Yeah, we were on 541 2nd Street, or 2nd Avenue, sorry.
I'm in Park. I don't know what it is.
Okay, way down there, okay, yeah.
This is a really nice space.
It is.
Yeah, this was the old Swedenborgian church. Yeah. I used to come to, I think I came to a couple of plays here downstairs where the bookstore is now, the gift shop. They used to put on, like, it was a small venue for plays. That was kind of fun. So what I'm going to do, I close these doors. Turn the heat off already. I wish you would. Okay. Hello, Linda. Let's go ahead and start here. Make that louder. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Loving Kindness Meditation. My name is Alex. It's wonderful to be here with you tonight. Hello, everybody here in person, everybody online. Brian and Linda and Jean and Donovan, Linda. Hello, guys. And anyone else who might be online. Hello, good to see you here. This is our loving kindness meditation. And so we're going to have this short introduction. We're going to kind of do our loving kindness meditation. We'll have a brief question and answer kind of thing afterwards. So, yeah, one of the things is recently is you may have seen on, I don't know if you've seen in the Facebook posts where, here in winter it was super, super cold, and in summer it was really, really hot, and it kind of made it really uncomfortable, to kind of sit in the temple. And so we finally got, because of the fundraising we were able to do, we're finally able to install, electric heating and air. So we have it. Jeff kind of turned it off a little bit too early because it's still getting a little cold, and I don't like that. We have solar, so we can pay for it. It's okay. So that's here. And so hopefully, whenever you're able to make it into the temple, it'll be a little bit more comfortable for you. And that's kind of what we want. So, all right. Also, I'm going to be here leading for May, and then after May, so I'll be here until I think the last class is on the 31st. I can't remember, but yeah, someone will take over for me afterwards. So I'll take in a little break, which is I do that every few years. So it's good to do that. So this is the loving kindness meditation. The word that we're talking about, the word we're really translating, the Buddhist word, I'll just call it the Buddhist word, is metta, M-E-T-T-A. And this word metta, it has, when translated into English 2,500 years later, really has just a lot of meaning. It's a wish to be happy. It's, unconditional friendliness, loving kindness, goodwill, concord, amity, inoffensiveness, kindness, just so many different things. And again, it's a wish to be happy. It's a wish for ourselves and others to do the things that cause happiness. So the motto of the Dharma Bum Temple is think good thoughts, speak good words, do good deeds. And if you want to know what causes happiness, in a nutshell, those are the things that cause happiness, right? Everything that we do should never harm anybody. So you could always wish loving kindness for anybody because their loving kindness never gets in the way of your own. Right? And so that's kind of what we want to think about. Another good way to understand loving kindness is to read the Metta Sutra. These are the Buddha's words on loving kindness from, again, 2,500 years ago from the Pali Canon. And so I'd like to read that to you. It's short. It says, "This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm, and wise and skillful, not proud or demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing, in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease, whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another. Even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child, so with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, free from hatred and ill will. Whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness, one should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding, by not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world. And that's just another way we should think about loving kindness, not just on the mat, but in our daily lives as well. And I really like reading that. It's always so meaningful every time I do. I always get something out of it, even though I've read it probably hundreds of times now. So in this meditation, what we're going to do is we're going to do this practice. We're going to first get connected to the breath, and then we're going to do this practice for our benefactor. And the benefactor is just anyone who has shown us great love or kindness. Then we're going to imagine our benefactor doing this for us. Then we're going to do it for us. And then we're going to do this practice for all beings in all directions. And there are a couple of different ways to do it, and I'll tell you that during when I'm guiding this, because I'm going to guide it. And hopefully you get a lot out of it. And this brings you some measure of peace. Okay? So just do your best. Just let my words just kind of wash over you. Don't think too much about them. Any questions before we start? All right, let's go do this. Just allowing those, making sure you have that nice and comfortable, sustainable position so you're not likely to move around too much. And when we sit, we can sit like a Buddha. And you can even imagine yourselves as a Buddha sitting underneath your own tree of enlightenment. Because historically, each Buddha has their own tree of enlightenment. It could be a mighty oak tree or a very flexible willow tree. Just pick any tree you want. Imagine yourself there, ready for the day's abiding, to dwell in the peace and the ease that is this practice. So first, to get started, let's just get connected to the breath. So let's just take a deep breath all the way in and all the way out. Not forcing the breath, letting the breath be quite easy and quite natural at first. Focusing on the breath at the base of the nostrils, feeling the air go in and out as you breathe. Or focusing on the belly or the chest, feeling its expansion and contraction as you breathe. You could even say something like, breathing in love and breathing out peace. So you always want to have about 25% of your attention on the breath when we're doing this meditation, so you stay kind of grounded and connected to the present moment. So just for the next couple of minutes, let's just rest as gently as you can in the sensations of the breath. So to begin our formal practice of loving kindness, unconditional friendliness, and goodwill, we're first going to think of a benefactor. And again, a benefactor is anyone who has shown us great love or great kindness, anyone it's really easy to have these feelings for. Mother, father, brother, sister, best friend, favorite teacher, someone you admire that you've seen on TV or something like that. Thinking about the ways you've benefited from their love and kindness, and just either radiating loving kindness to them, wishing them happiness, wishing they do the things that cause happiness. And however you understand that word radiate. So either radiate loving kindness to them, or just repeat phrases of loving kindness for them to yourself, like, may you be happy, and say their name. May you be safe from inner and outer danger. May you be well in body and mind. May you be at peace and live at ease in this world. You can use one or more of those phrases, it doesn't matter. You can have more than one benefactor. They could be living, they could be not living. So for the next few moments, we'll do this practice of loving kindness for our benefactor. And so shifting our focus from loving kindness for our benefactor to now just imagining our benefactor doing this practice for us. We already have the experience of their love and kindness in our heart. We just have to call that to mind, just recall that. Just imagine them doing this practice for you, repeating the phrases for you, or just radiating loving kindness to you, smiling as they do it. You can smile too. Such deep gratitude for their love and kindness. You just imagine them doing this practice for us. And our only job really is just to receive all of it, receive all of their love and kindness. Breathing into any difficult places in the heart that might have some resistance. Just giving it some space. So for the next few moments, we'll imagine our benefactor doing this practice for us. And now, probably the most important part of this practice is, can we now include ourselves in this practice of loving kindness? If you can have loving kindness for yourself, if you can feel that love and kindness in your own heart and know what that feels like, you would never want to harm another person. It would be so easy for you just to be there for someone else and do something for someone else and care for someone else. That's how important it is to do this practice for yourself. Just imagine your own wish to be happy, your own wish to be happy, safe, healthy, which is a wish that everyone has for themselves. We may go about it in unskillful ways sometimes, but it's still what we want. So you can either just repeat these phrases for yourself, like, may I be happy, may I be safe from inner and outer danger, may I be well in body and mind, may I be at peace and live at ease in this world. Or just radiate loving kindness back to your own heart, feeling it getting bigger and warmer, including everybody, especially yourself, including yourself. So we'll do this for the next few moments, loving kindness for ourselves. And now finally, we can do this practice of loving kindness, unconditional friendliness, and goodwill while exploring the limitless quality or the limitless potential of the heart to have this or to do this practice for all beings in all directions. Whatever living beings there may be, omitting none, the great, the mighty, medium, short, or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, may all beings be at ease. So we'll do this to end our meditation. Loving kindness, unconditional friendliness, goodwill for all beings. Just allow your eyes to open. Let's just take the next minute or two out in silence as you stretch your arms and you stretch your legs and while you keep that, mindfulness of loving kindness about you. You're not coming out of meditation, you're just kind of shifting your position a little bit. It's the first time I've ever done that. Text it while I'm up here. It's okay, texted Jeff, said it's freezing in here again. Sorry. Any questions on the instructions at all? That was relatively straightforward. That's okay if you have any questions. And this goes for online too. Online is like a 10-second delay, so plus they have to type everything in. So how about your experience of meditation? I'm always curious about that. Something that was, maybe easier or more difficult or interesting that happened during that meditation. Yes, sir.
Well, I've been coming for a few weeks, and
Yeah.
I'm finding that I'm just acquiring more peace in my life, and this meditation tonight was really good. I feel like I'm being forgiven, and I'm having the ability to forgive, so that's really great. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for doing this.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for saying that. And I'm glad that you had that experience. Especially over time, it works. You have to give it time though. There's things that you can do now in this very moment to kind of free yourself from suffering. But this is this practice of meditation is a lifelong process, and you're going to have all sorts of different experiences. And I'm glad that you're noticing that one of the things you're seeing is that you're having some more peace, and you feel you're more forgiving and more forgiven. Because a lot of times we just hold on to so much stuff, and that's why we don't feel this peace. It's causes us so much suffering, all these things that we hang on to that, don't mean anything. We give so much meaning to things that don't mean anything, and so I'm glad that you're able to kind of to let some of that go over time and say, hey, this feels better. And that's wonderful. Thank you. Yes, sir.
That passage that you read at the beginning
Uh-huh.
seemed like such a great little guide to living.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the Metta Sutra?
That was the Metta Sutra, yeah.
In its entirety?
In its entirety, yeah. And those are the Buddha's instructions for how to kind of do this in practice, and also for how to live your life. So one way how to live your life. That's going to make it so much easier for you.
Mhm.
And it always amazes me that these incredibly wise words were written 2,500 years ago. Or they were written about 2,000 years ago, but before that it was an oral tradition, but the Buddha came up with them. They've been a tradition for, over 2,500 years. So yeah, it's just amazing. It's amazing that so much wisdom came from so long ago, because that's the one thing the Buddha really understood. He was really a master psychologist in one way. He understood the human condition, because the human condition hasn't changed between 2,500 years ago and now. They all wanted to be happy 2,500 years ago. We all want to be happy today.
Mhm.
They went about it the wrong way 2,500 years ago. We go about it the wrong way today. And he's trying to tell us, okay, look, here's how you do it. Here's how you create some happiness in your life. If that's in fact what they did. It's cold. Thank you. Thank you. For the people who are online, they just turn the heat back on. Because it got cold in here again. Dang. We have solar. We can pay for it. I don't know. It just kills me. It just makes me laugh. I don't know why. For me, it's been wonderful, of course, but it's always, the thing about the spiritual path is that, regardless of, when you enter the spiritual path, if you're really dedicated, you'll always be healing from something. Especially in this country, in this culture, we normally start later in life, in a lot of these teachings, etc. Especially if you think about Buddhist countries, they're taught a lot of this stuff from their, they don't start with the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. In these Buddhist countries, they start with generosity, they start with virtue, they start with kindness, they start with other things before they even get to Dharma, actual Dharma, the teachings. They start them really, really small, with a little 2-year-old. When the monks come, and the little 2-year-old puts the little spoonful of rice in the bowl and does his little bow, it's so beautiful. But whenever we come to spiritual practice, we're always in a state of healing. And that can be frustrating. I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing just because I always think it's interesting. There's always, here's another layer of the onion. And then when you kind of shed that, you find another one and another one and another one. And you see the progress. Part of, kind of what I have done in the past is that I have committed to something and just committed too much. So I just got completely burnt out. And then when I got completely burnt out, I got really angry and I got really resentful in those types of things. So now I'm so much better at that. And I realized that, hey, I think I need a break from leading meditation. Leading meditation is a wonderful thing to do, and sharing the Dharma is a wonderful thing to do. And sharing this practice is so wonderful, and I like doing it. But I've done it for so long, it's been a long time since I've taken a break. And I think just because of COVID and everything else, it was just, I guess, kind of a lot mentally. And so I was like, okay, I need a break here. Whereas before, I would keep teaching, and then I would get angry, and I would get upset and snarky and those different types of things. something that's not fun or skillful. And I don't want to do that. So self-care is always good. Oh, Travis, thank you. Travis said that was much needed. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I've got some time left. Anybody have anything else? Anybody online? Let me know how you're doing. What's going on? We have a gentleman here who just got here 2 days ago from the Bay Area. Someone visiting from Chicago. You guys live here, right? Thank you, Gene. I appreciate that. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, I remember when we started, this temple officially opened December 31st, 2006, but I just like to say 2007 to have like a New Year's Eve party, I guess, to open. So I just say it started in the beginning of 2007, and it was downtown in a little loft space, which was really cute. And I started coming here in April of 2007. So I've been here a really long time, and really like it. I love it, and I love the people here, and I'm just so grateful to be here. So we started as just a small little operation. We don't advertise. We still don't advertise. People hear about us from like Meetup or like word of mouth, or we're like in the neighborhood or something like that, and that's how they hear about us, and they come, and it's very much on purpose. It's not really the Buddhist way just to kind of advertise and say, here, come to our place, and we're the best, and let's convert you to Buddhism, because we don't do those things. We just want you to come and to meditate, find your own truth, find some peace, and find some joy, and find some light, and find some forgiveness, and find some whatever you're looking for. That's what we want you to find. So I hope you found a little bit of that today. So let's kind of end this. Let's join our palms together at our hearts. And may the benefits of this meditation, this discussion, be received by all beings. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be joyful and at ease. May all beings be happy. May all beings be loved and seen for the beautiful, radiant beings that they are. Thank you for coming.
Take care.
Thank you, everybody online. Thank you, everybody here. It's wonderful to have you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, the rest of your week, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brian and Linda. Thank you, Gene and Linda and Donovan, and Brian and Linda again. And Donovan again. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brian and Linda. Thank you, Gene, Travis, Donovan. Thank you.